Joaquin Garcia was a 69-year-old building supervisor in Spain. Joaquin had been assigned to supervise the construction of a water treatment plant by a company when he decided to stop going to work. This caused a mix-up where the local authority thought the company was in charge of him, while the water company believed that he was managed by the local authority. Joaquin managed to quietly collect a total of $250,000 over 6 years before getting caught, and he would have gotten away with it for longer than that if it wasn't for him getting his 20 years of loyal service award.
Oh my god! 20 years of loyal service, and then the whole time he collected $250,000 that he shouldn't have. Real loyal. Like, what is the coincidence of that? Like, the irony of getting a loyalty award when you were nothing but unloyal. Yo, who's gonna give me a loyalty award and $250,000? I would love that.
While working for JetBlue, 21-year-old Sydney Nurse was loading bags at John F. Kennedy Airport in New York when he fell asleep in the cargo bin. He woke up while the plane was taking off and went into a panic. He called JetBlue from the sky to let them know what had happened. When the plane landed in Boston, people on the tarmac were shocked when they found a person coming out of the cargo hold.
How terrifying would that be? First of all, falling asleep on the job, come on now, man. Second of all, can you just imagine? You wake up and you're flying in the air in the back of an airplane in the cargo, like, what is that called? The cargo spot? Room? What is it? Anyways, like, no seatbelt, no safety. I would faint. I would go into like pure panic mode. And like, imagine that phone call. I fell asleep on the job and now I'm in the air and I'm headed to Boston. What a day at work that would be. Like, does he get a free trip back? Like, what happens? Wow.
The number of clips from home security cameras of couriers throwing, tossing, or pushing parcels with a truck is unbelievable. But my favorite stupid moment has to be this incident in Houston. The owner of the home noticed his UPS delivered parcel had been damaged. Luckily, he had cameras that saw the whole thing unfold. He noticed two things when the courier walked up to deliver the parcel. Firstly, he throws the parcel. And then, if that wasn't enough, he urinates on the gate just as an additional screw you. This guy really put the P in UPS.
What's his problem? That is the lamest. He really put the P in UPS. That is like the worst joke ever. Kind of funny though, a little bit. Wow. Like, you're asking to be fired. You're totally asking to be fired. People have cameras everywhere. The Ring doorbells. There's hidden cameras everywhere these days. Like, that takes some guts and audacity. What is he gonna do? Ma, he's gonna ride it? Is he gonna pop it? What is he doing? Yo, he's gonna pop it. I'm scared. Oh, bye-bye. He put a hole in it. It's deflating. It probably has a weight limit, bro. Those things are for like toddlers. I'm not calling him fat, but like, you're still exceeding the weight limit, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I would exceed the weight limit. Wow. Although that would be hard. I would be tempted to use that too if I saw it.
Dude, so our manager just fired this guy. So he went and jumped on the forklift and he's tearing the roof down now. Look at this. Y'all think he's mad? That is funny. Our manager told him to pack his stuff and go to the house, so now he's tearing the roof down. Well, he's still at it.
Oh, the amount of work they're gonna have to do to fix all that is insane. Oh no. Like, I wonder what he did to get fired though. Like, did he deserve to get fired? I feel like he's got anger issues, obviously. And he's probably gonna get fined for this. No? I don't know. It's just not good. It's just not good. Oh, this doesn't look safe. Bye-bye, ladder. Oh, that's it? Let me watch this again. Oh. I'm a little confused. I'm not gonna lie. Did that employee let go of that ladder? Is that what happened? It happened very quickly. But this does not look, I do not trust the situation here, you guys. I don't trust this helicopter pulling the big machinery here. This just looks a whole bunch of sketch to me. This looks like a lawsuit on your hands.
What happened? What were you doing? Trying to toast?
Oh, what an idiot. Like kind of funny though. At least it's just a glass. Could have been worse. That is so funny. What are you doing? Trying to toast it? Shattered. Ironic. Instant karma. Don't mess around at work. Don't mess around. Although that's really funny. That's probably coming out of your paycheck though. Because these fast food places be strict, y'all. Okay? I've worked them. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Face plant. Oh, knee plant. The woman laughing. I mean, I can't blame him because slidey chairs like that, even at the studio, y'all, I do it all the time. I could get up and walk 4 steps to talk to whoever I'm trying to. You better know I use my little feet and I scoop my butt and my chair over them because I'm lazy. So I get it. I would have done the same thing and this probably would have happened to me and I would have got a taste of some instant karma.
These 2 men work in a car dealership. One day, they had the idea of repairing one of their tools that had been waiting for a long time to be repaired. Suddenly, one of them raised the hammer one last time to gain momentum and strike even harder, except that the hammer decided to go in a completely different direction. The head of the hammer separated from the handle and landed where?
The
in the hood of the
car.
luxury car behind them. I don't know if it was a car for sale or their employer's car, but one thing is for sure, they will have to pay a lot of money for the damage.
Absolutely they will. Especially because I saw the car and you said the word luxury cars, that we know it's expensive cars. So that's gonna be a fat invoice. Oh no. But like you would never know that the freaking top of a hammer is gonna come flying off. Like I would never expect that. He's getting so mad. Oh, he's mad. Oh, he's really mad. I love when the employees like peeping over and be like, bro, you all right over there? Like I just hear a lot of chaos. That guy is pissed. Also, what freaking year is this? I haven't seen a computer like that in so long and I miss them. Does anybody tell me, miss those computers you had in elementary school library? The Dell ones, which were fancy, they were big freaking upgrade and they were colorful. The blue, the orange, the green, I think, the pink, remember? Listen, editor, you gotta Google the right pictures for this or ask me because I need people to validate my excitement of these computers. I would have one in my house. You know I'd have an orange one in my bedroom right now if they still existed. Well, how did you not see all the signs? I feel like truck drivers should know this. Like you definitely should know the height of your truck for this exact reason. Like, and for everyone's safety. Well, those are some employees who just suck. That's all I gotta say. Today's sassy shout out goes to Danita White. They said Joss's word of the day, smoked. I don't know what context I used that word in, to be honest. What did I use that? Like he smoked his face? I always say that. You know what I mean? Like they smoked their head on the wall. That really doesn't even make sense when you think about it. But you know what? In my mind, it does. If you want to be the next sassy shout out, write some smack down below and keep hanging out with me. In order to do that, you gotta subscribe, okay? Stay sassy and stay classy. Bye. Oh boy. Oh. Bro! Is this your first time using a hose, dude, or what? Is this even a firefighter? I'm very concerned for your fire department right now and for anyone who is ever in danger that needs that fire department. Bro, definitely didn't get employee of the month this month and I hope everyone's okay.
We zijn een dagje aan het strand rijden samen met Jordi. Kijk. Gaat goed?
Nee, helemaal niet.
Wat dan? Wat is er gebeurd weer?
Spet is een boel.
Oh my gosh, is that oil or tar? That looks awful. That is gonna be such a pain to clean. Like it's not like you just spilt water. Whatever that is thick, it's sticky, it's black, it's all over you, it's all over the floor. That's a bad day of work. And I don't even know what they're saying because I can't understand the language, but I can just tell it's just not a good situation. Well, this is stupid. You're gonna drop. Oh, this is dumb. This is stupid. Yep. Oh! But why? I'm just trying to like figure out what the logic of that was. I thought you were trying to hold it up, but then it kind of looked like you just didn't even care. So you wanted it to fall, but then you fell. And the ladder that's up there, like, what was the point of that even? Because the thing you were holding was holding the ladder and you can't hold both. Just quit. I hope he's leaving for good. Like, I hope he's just like, all right, I'm out of here. I need a minute, I need 5, I need an hour, I need 3 years. I'm changing my identity and I'm peacing out. Because how do you just casually go back in there and be like, oopsies, it slipped. I don't know cars at all, trust me, but I know for a fact that that was a fancy car and that is an expensive car. How did that even happen? I mean, what do you even do? How do you explain that to your boss? How do you explain that to the customer? I wouldn't, I would leave. I swear to God, I would quit and I'd run away. I would change my identity. I was so confused at first, like, what's he doing? He's kicking up his hard hat and he's trying to land on his head. But then he tried, he missed, and then he slipped in the mud. I'm gonna watch it again. Oh, was he close? Oh, he actually was pretty close. Oh, he was very close. It just landed upside down. Had it not, I think you would have had it. But you should be working, sir. You should be working. And if you're on a job site, you got to keep that little thing on your head. I used to work in a factory and we always had to have that on. Y'all need to upgrade your machinery here because this is the second video in this compilation of machinery that's probably supposed to be trusted with this type of work, just not doing its job. Where's the people behind the machinery? Like the one guy with the car. I'm not trying to point fingers at you, man, but like I'm pointing fingers at you. What even just happened? First of all, that has to hurt. I don't know what tool that is, but I think that really hurt him. I'm just confused. I thought he unplugged it. I thought he unplugged it. Did he plug it back in? Watching it again. Oh, that's like a little saw. Okay, he puts it down. Y'all, that was possessed by a demon. That was possessed by a demon. He unplugged it, plugs it back in, but that is far away. That thing turned on and like flew like some freaking Harry Potter magic trick and just smoked him in the shoulder. Like maybe it turns on, it starts rattling, but that like shot up. That thing went as if it was seeking revenge on this man. Oh. Well, what was that for? Stupid? Like, is this a game? Was this a prank? I'm confused. Just notice how these are all like adults, you know, like grown men doing this stuff. Have we even seen a female in this video? I'm not trying to like, you know, push shade on the males, but like, I don't think I've seen a female. That's why they always say that women, obviously the joke is women live longer than men, because men just do, like boys, they just do like risky, stupid things all the time. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at all that. Oh, there's more. Ma, come on. Did you really think that was the best idea? You just turned that street to a garbage dump. All that dust now and like, as a garbage man or woman, It's like the last thing you'd ever want to do is accidentally like hit a button that opens that back thing and everything comes pouring out. That is the worst case scenario, and that just happened. Isn't there like a safety button, like a 3-step authorization before this button gets pressed, you know? Oh. Oh. Yikes, I've done that. I've so done that. Oh my gosh, you guys. My first high school boyfriend, I don't know what we were doing, but it was funny and this was a joke, and I did that, and I went to like slap him or something funny, and I hit him in the junk and in front of everyone in the whole class, and he fell to the ground, and it was this whole big scene, and I felt so bad, and to this day I really feel bad that I did that. Oh. What's even happening? I gotta watch this again. I still am not getting it. I don't know how this person fell like that. They barely fell and then they were like, whoa, like this big dramatic thing. I'm confused. But I do think that walking backwards with any job is a bad idea. Walking backwards with anything in life is a bad idea. Oh no, is that cement? I don't know how any of that works, but it's already poured on the ground. So I do know one thing, that stuff is gonna harden, and how are you gonna clean that up if it's too much? You're not. Oh my God. Like, an order you don't wanna get wrong is cement. All right guys, before I head out, I'm doing today's sassy shout out, and it goes to PTX Blue Jay 17. They said, I am 53-year-old woman from Nova Scotia, and I absolutely love your videos. You are funny as hell, and you say it like it is. We watch at least one, usually more, LOL, every day. To hell with the Dem Karens, you go girl. This made my entire life. Oh my gosh, I wish I knew your name, but I love you. I appreciate your support. I'm so happy that, you know, you mess with my sass and you vibe with it. I actually have family in Nova Scotia, Halifax. My stepmom's parents are out there, so I went there when I was younger, and I love it, and it's beautiful. My sister actually just got engaged in Halifax last week. If you guys want to be the next sassy shout out, make sure you guys write some things down below, leave a like, subscribe, and keep getting sassy with me. Bye. So I got a job at a restaurant I had been fired from like 8 years or so earlier. The manager thought I was familiar, but he couldn't place me, and I was afraid he would and I'd get fired again. He never did, but I did manage to get fired again. I was never good at holding jobs. So you got fired from a restaurant and then 8 years later reapplied to that job, hoping the manager wouldn't be like, wait a second, I remember you, I fired you. And then he didn't, and you worked there, and then you somehow got fired again? Bro, how'd you even get away with that? Like, I'm slightly impressed with that lie, like during the interview, being like did you not put that on your resume? You'd have to hide that. The whole 8 years, you know? Like, pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. But you got fired again. I worked in an office in an old building in New York where pretty much everyone was female, a fair number quite old. I was bored one day, so I asked one of the women if they had seen the cat that had been hanging around. There was no cat. This mushroomed to a point where the women were leaving food out for the cat. Its health was regularly reported on, and one went in several occasions over Christmas to check on it. I quit soon after that. I don't understand what mushroomed to a point means. How do you fall for a cat that you've never seen? I'm just confused. Like, you're leaving food out for the cat, you're reporting its health, but you've never actually seen the cat? Like, is someone just taking the food away, or is another animal eating the food? How do you guys keep caring for a cat that you've never seen? I pretended to have a second job on the weekends so they couldn't ever schedule me to work them. I made quite a few friends there, so I feel kind of bad about it. Probably still your job. Like, let's be honest. It's probably still your job, but you're kind of writing this lie to pretend in case someone sees it, and you're like, no, I'm speaking about a different job, guys. I have 2 jobs right now. I see what you're doing there. This is kind of smart. I mean, we got to give it to them. But if you're friends with people there, wouldn't you kind of hang out with them on weekends? And when they'd be like, don't you ever work weekends? I woke up extremely hungover one morning, so I set an alarm on my phone to go off while I was at work. When it did, I proceeded to answer the alarm and had an imaginary conversation about a pretend emergency. They allowed me to tend to it, so I proceeded to get day drunk that day, plenty of sleep that night, and returned the next day like I didn't just go on a 2-day booze bender. Are you kidding me? You guys, I am giving you some real tea right now. I'm basically giving you a bunch of examples of how to get away with things at work and lying to your employees and lying to your boss. I don't know if this is a good video or a bad video because it's kind of legit. Like, I'm not mad at these ideas. They're pretty good. Not me, but I had a teenage coworker once call off because their mother passed away. Their mom came in later that day looking for them. That's the worst thing possible. Like, you could never show your face there again. Can you imagine faking a lie as big as that? Like, my mother just passed away, and then that mother walks in later being like, I'm just here for my daughter. Sorry ma'am, but she told us that you had passed. I don't know how I would handle that. You could never go back there ever again. How do you face these people? Told my employer that I was Jewish, not Jewish. Had to research all the holidays, pick a temple to be a member of, etc. Had to get a new job. But why? Why did you lie about being Jewish? That's what I want to know. Was it to like get certain holidays off? Like, what was the lie about? What perks did you get at this job for being Jewish? That's what I want to know. I'm in HR and have had a few that have been pretty blatant over the years. I love blatant. 1, the guy who put down that he graduated from Harvard but had actually dropped out from high school. His resume was full of spelling errors and he had even spelled the name of his current city incorrectly. 2, the woman who said that she had 10 years experience working with Windows 2000, it was 2003. Oh my God. What? Come on, you guys, that's the worst. Forget it, let's move on. That's just so bad. A guy who said that he left his last job due to not sharing the same vision with his boss. Turned out the dude had been fired for threatening the boss with a weapon and then subsequently calling in an explosive threat. Naturally, my company passed on hiring this fine, upstanding fellow. Really, why? Why would you ever not hire someone? You don't want to get into a fight with your employee with a weapon? These are all brutal. Once saw a guy saying he had 10 years as a manager at a chain store coffee shop. He was 24. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't get hired as a manager at a coffee shop when you were 14. You might be a genius, you might be a talented young dude, but that's gonna be a fat no. Especially because a lot of labor laws and stuff, like you can't even be 14. Technically, at Tim Hortons when I was hired, I went in for my interview and they were like, oh, you have to be 16. But because I got a reference from my friend who was working there and I was just like a month or 2 off from my 16th birthday, they did hire me when I was 15 years old. Fun fact. Not me, but a server buddy of mine told me a story once about how he took the first table of the night in a super thick Southern accent. He was in theater, so it was actually really convincing. The only problem is the people at the next table overheard him and he had to serve them next. Long story short, this kept up and he had to talk to every single table over an 8-hour shift in a Southern accent. I kind of did something similar. Not so much me, it was my friend's idea. But we decided we really used to pretend and really enjoyed speaking with British accents. Mine is absolutely horrible and I'm not gonna do it, okay? But my friend did it and we would do it in like drive-thrus, we would do it out public. So one time we were approached by people and I forget, I think it was a drive-thru. And we were talking and having this whole conversation. We're both doing this accent. My friend's the one talking to them, driving, and then they say that they're from England and they're like, oh, where are you from? So my friend picks like the only thing she can think of and then they're asking all these detailed questions about like, oh, what part, what school did you go to? I have kids your age, maybe you went to this. It was brutal. She ended up having to say like, we were totally faking this. I took a coworker's Hot Pocket from the work refrigerator. I was 19. When he flipped and looked for the thief, I lied and said I was a vegetarian. I remained a vegetarian for 3 years to cover the lie. the extents we will go to for a pizza pocket, y'all. That is some tea. Although, I feel like you could have just been a vegetarian for maybe 1 year and then decided, you know, guys, I've been doing this for a while. I've decided I'm not gonna be a vegetarian anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the 3 years was really, really committed there. That we have an underground arcade at work. You only get access after working 1 year without taking sick days. You tell this to employees? So the management probably goes and says, we have this sweet, like, secret, sick arcade underneath us, and you can only get access if you work here for a year with no sick days. Okay, but you know what? I'd be freaking really pissed if that year came and I didn't call in sick, even when I was sick, and then there's no underground arcade. I once worked at a Panera Bread, and after about 6 months of dealing with boop, that made me hate the job, I quit. I didn't tell my parents because this was after me dropping out of second year college and I was on thin ice while still living at home. I would pretend to go to work to park my car in the parking lot of Panera Bread during my usual shift times and just sit/take a nap in the car and stay there, then go home acting like I still had the job when I was searching for a new one. This went on for 2 weeks until I did find a job. Y'all, I gotta give it up to you. Round of applause for these liars for really sticking with their lie. You could have let your cover blow, you could have told the truth, but why do that when you can lie and then sleep in a parking lot to obtain this lie? The commitment is honestly, it's impressive. Everyone I work with thinks I watch The Walking Dead. I haven't viewed it since season 2. Now I find myself reading the synopsis of episodes the day after they come out just to perpetuate the lie. Just tell them you don't watch it. Tell them you stopped. Like, do you really want to be in a conversation of a show you haven't watched? Like, nothing seems worse to me, really, than being like, I don't care about the show enough to watch it. Why would I care to have the conversations about it? All right, guys, those are some people busted in their lies. Before I go, today's Sassy shout out is going to Danielle Starbird. They said, love this video. The good guys don't get enough credit for sure. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Oh, you know, I'm pretty sassy on this channel and I do talk some smack all out of love and fun and entertainment, y'all, okay? But I talk equally enough smack about men and women. However, I did do a video that showcased the good guys and the good boyfriends, and it was really sweet. There are good guys out there, absolutely, and there's good girls out there, okay? You just gotta find them. I'm getting out of here though, you guys. Like this video, subscribe to keep getting sassy with me. Stay classy and stay sassy out there in the real world. Bye. Alrighty. Entitled customers who, no, employees who got what they deserved. Sorry, y'all, just trying to get comfy in my big bear coat. I just am cozy. It's like a big blanket. I'm just gonna film like this. Cozy. All right, no one gives a I didn't even know that was coming. I'm sorry. Excuse me. What am I doing? Who's messaging me? You're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna throw up. Entitled employees who got instant karma instead of fired. We'll see if they actually deserve to be fired. Let's judge them. Oh, I took too big of a sip. What is this video again? Oh, yes. I was like, why is this? What video is this? Because this is stupid, people. Because, wow. I am so burpy because I'm drinking that drink. Ugh, I hate carbonation so much. High caffeine content. Then why am I still freaking sleepy? If anyone's wondering, the Rain Orange Dreamsicle flavor tastes like a freaking creamsicle. I also don't encourage this because energy drinks are not good for you. Oh, that's it. Oh, I really thought it was my nose, but I feel like I'm just spitting. Like I spit, because I'm like, I feel like droplets right here. It's gross. I'm disgusting. This sun though, creating a lot of shadows back there and there ain't nothing I can do about it. So it is what it is. This mushroomed, what the heck does that mean? Did you see the lighting just magically change? It's a cloudy day here in Toronto, I can see, and it's just casting a bunch of shadows. Just haven't learned yet. I have an itch in my ear. Do I have a burp? Oh no, okay. I really thought I had a burp. Not me, but I really just tripped out there. My brain like just couldn't function. I don't know what happened. Look at this hair. It's in a big bun. Big fun scrunchie. Have you even subscribed to the channel yet? Don't be a fake fan. Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to.